Good morning, everybody. Welcome. It's going to be an interesting day today. Today's all about, funny how this all works here. Good morning, Vanessa. Just imagine, everybody, just imagine that inside you, as you, there is a consciousness, an energy, an awareness that knows how to do anything. It resides in all of us. Not everyone is conscious of that fact, that this awareness that observes your thoughts and observes your emotions, this awareness that has the ability to identify events and circumstances that are occurring in your life and can even provide you solutions for dealing with them, is within you. That this awareness can be applied to your life, particularly your physical body, to create healing, spontaneous, natural healing in your body. And this is what I've been instructed to bring forward today by the beings that came to me yesterday morning during a rigorous workout. And during my workout, I was experiencing a lot of discomfort in certain parts of my body, and these beings came to me. I would say that they were yogis, because that's the vibrational flavor I got from them, that they were beings from the East, old mysticism. And they said, this is important because when I was working out, as I was trying to push through the pain, they came in and said, no, do not push through the pain. Become very aware of it. Bring all of your awareness to the pain. And I did that. And much to my surprise, within a few seconds, the discomfort I was feeling simply vanished, just gone in like 3 seconds. And I was still going through my physical regime without that pain anymore. And of course, then I asked them a question. I said, how can that possibly be? And they said, your awareness knows how to correct anything and restore it to equilibrium. Our awareness knows how to correct and restore anything to equilibrium. And I said, well, that's amazing. So I began to try that with different parts of the body that I felt were going through the similar part where I felt I was trying to push through. And I just brought all of my awareness to the discomfort. And they also said, don't judge. Said, do not judge it as painful or anything. Just bring your awareness to it and allow your awareness to do what it will naturally do. And to my surprise, the pains in all the other parts of the body from the stress of the exercise just vanished. And I was actually able to exercise about 25% longer than I normally would. And I came out of it feeling unbelievably charged. And it just blows my mind. So the more I asked them about this, they said, you do not need to do so much. They said, your awareness knows how to do everything. This is the goal, for you to become aware of your awareness, to begin to allow that aspect of your nature to organize your affairs. With respect to the concept of healing, we came forth today to share some very simple things that you already know and which will be much easier for you to understand as we go through this. Hi there. Yeah, really, it's like fascinating. So I spent about 35 minutes with them during my workout, and then Norma and I got together and asked them a bunch of questions afterwards for about an hour. So we got a whole bunch of information recorded from them regarding awareness. But today they said, no, just bring this simple piece forward for people. They need to understand just this simple piece, that it is not about analysis, Correction is not necessarily about analysis. It is not about judgment. It is not having opinions. Correction is about allowing your awareness to do what it naturally does in the natural kingdom. Like awareness, they said, in the seasons that change, awareness organizes the changes in the seasons, always to restore balance, equilibrium to the overall planetary system. They said the same relationship exists within our own physical bodies, but most of us are unconscious of the fact that there's that awareness is in the body, so that when you put an apple into your body, or you put any food in your body, that awareness has a full knowledge of the whole functioning of your body. It has a full knowledge of the functioning of your body and what it requires. So the awareness is what is organizing the apple to turn into blood or skin or bone or tissue. The awareness knows how to organize the matter we put in the body so that it allows the body to get what it needs in the places that it needs it. And it is only through a process of judgment or interference or providing that awareness with the wrong materials that we can create imbalance. We can actually override the equilibrium of our natural awareness's ability and tendency to heal and restore the body. Which brought us to another subject that they said it was important you understand that what you give to the awareness in your body, it can only work with that. And it will do the best that it can to reorganize the conditions of vitality in the body. So I asked them about disease. What about diseases like cancer or conditions of physical pain and suffering, chronic headaches? What about things like that? And they said very simply, they said, bring your awareness fully to it. And this is very fascinating. So in my process yesterday, bringing my awareness, I literally could feel like as I brought my awareness, as I became more aware of the pain in the upper right thigh from the stress of the physical activity, as I became more aware of the physical pain there, I kept bringing more and more awareness to it, just becoming more aware of it. And there was a little part of me, and they kept correcting that. There's a little part of me that goes, that hurts. And they said, no, forget that. Just bring your awareness there. Allow your awareness to do what it does. And literally, as soon as that little thought of it hurts still left, it literally transformed. When there was no judgment, the awareness literally corrected the energy. Yeah, okay. You can substitute energy for awareness. They're synonymous in the context of using awareness to heal your body. So you bring your awareness to a part of the body that requires healing without having a judgment, even if that part of the body is uncomfortable, not feeling well. Bring your awareness to the discomfort with no judgment. They stress that repeatedly. You cannot have any judgment of it being either good or bad. Allow the awareness to organize it into its natural organic state of equilibrium. And this is fascinating. An organic state of natural equilibrium is what awareness does. It restores things spontaneously in our body. So yeah, we eat that apple, we eat that food, and the awareness organizes it for us. You or I, personally, I have my own volition, can't go in and say, oh, I think my brain needs 425 new muscle cells there, or new blood cells there, or white blood cells, or oxygen cells. Oh, my left kidney needs brand new kidney cells. It needs 5 billion of those. I can't do that. But the awareness within our body knows exactly and precisely how to do that. So one of the things they asked me to do is to invite everybody today, to invite you, if there's something disturbing you about your body, something that you're not comfortable with, something that's giving you aches or pains or headaches, to literally take a few minutes right now to bring your attention to that part of the body without your trying to judge what it is there. Just bring your awareness, be aware of it. And they said, even if it's really uncomfortable, just stay aware, but don't even have a reference for it being uncomfortable. Just bring your awareness to that part of the body and allow what will happen to happen without your trying to control it. So for those of you that are listening to this that are actually doing it, please do it and bring your awareness to that part of your body and just be completely aware. No matter how uncomfortable it is, just be aware of it and just be aware. Don't even reference it as being uncomfortable. Don't even reference it as anything. Just be aware of it. Don't have any reference for it as being good or bad, painful or non-painful. Just let your energy of awareness work with that. Allow it. And do that for about 20 seconds. Just allow that for 20 seconds. Just allow your awareness. Bring your awareness to those parts of your body that you want to shift or change at this time. It's cool. Just gonna do something here. So please just do that for a few moments right now. It's just give yourself the benefit of that. And we're going to just let you feel that. Just let your being feel that. There we go. Really have no judgment. Just allow your awareness to be present with that area of the body. Just be aware of it without any judgment. And what you feel changing, just make note of it as an awareness. As you observe what you observe there, just allow and share your experience in the comment section. And we're going to go into questions. So awareness is what you can use to restore natural equilibrium to your body. You can use your awareness to restore natural equilibrium to any part of your body. When I asked them, I said, what about people that are like have chronic illness or chronic awareness, chronic illness or chronic sickness? What about people like that? One of the things they said to me is even they, if they can bring their awareness without judgment to any part of their body that's suffering, will experience a degree of correction, if not the whole correction. As long as you can suspend analysis and judgment in the process of allowing your awareness to be present with that area of the body, you will feel the change that naturally occurs when you bring that level of non-judgment to any part of your life. Thank you. And so not just your body, but any part of your life, when you bring that level of non-judgment, the energy restores equilibrium to that part of your life. There we go. I'm just sharing this live event out with a couple of people, so they have that. Okay, so I'll go over here. All right, so let's take a look at some of the questions that are coming up right now. Good morning, everybody. South Africa. Oh, and to a note to my Patreons today, you'll be receiving the link to the patrons only Zoom live event for this Saturday. You'll be receiving the link for that. That's tomorrow at 7 p.m. and you'll receive the link. All of you receive that in the email that you registered as a patron with is where you will receive the link to tomorrow's live event for patrons only. So I'll look forward to seeing all of you there. Question from Susan: does this awareness have an effect on mental illness as well as physical? Absolutely. They said that is the area where it is most beneficial. For many of the things that occur in your psychology are affecting your physiology. But the process, it is important to understand that the process needs to be one of awareness and not judgment. So in the awareness of your discomfort in your mind, in simply observing without judgment of, I want to get rid of this thought, or I don't like that thought, or I don't need this, or this is scaring me. The suspension of judgment allows the awareness to correct spontaneously. The moment you align yourself to a particular perception of what it is or what it is not, then your awareness will organize the conditions to match your choice. Otherwise, when there is no judgment, the awareness will organize the matter of the issues to a state of natural equilibrium by the allowance of its presence without your judgment. By the allowance of its presence without your judgment. Yeah, so a simple way of that is, in my meditations, for example, if I get stuff that comes up from the day or stuff that comes up from this lifetime or other lifetimes that comes into my awareness while I'm meditating, I let them go. I've learned to just let them go. They're there. I don't try to analyze them or judge them. I let them come and they leave. As long as I don't give them attention. Once they're aware, I just take my attention off them. I move into the present moment and they just dissipate like steam like breath out of your mouth in the winter's air. It just dissipates, right? And it's the same thing. That's a great question, by the way. Yeah. Scrolling here. Question from Manoj. I am reading a book called Anna, the Grandmother of Jesus. Does this book authentically represent Anna's voice? And does Anna have a message for me? It's funny. I get a no, that it does not accurately reflect the expression of this individual. The one to whom you are referring did not go by that name whatsoever. And she did not have an attachment to that reference point of being a grandmother to this one that you call Master Jesus. Hers was simply the understanding that she was conveying a message to the world, and she knew what her role was in this process. Yes. Can we speak to her directly? She's saying in the realm of what we understand to be true, we do not take credit for the unfoldment of life through us, but we joyfully and gratefully allow it. We do not need to attain some sort of significance from something outside of ourselves, for what is within us is of greater significance than what is outside of us. And we all understood this in the process of that time, as we all understand it in the process of now. There is no need for me to find any specialness in what I am. I cannot be more special than I already am, and therefore nothing outside of me can change my understanding and perception of who I am. When I offer my gifts to the world, whether it be through my biology or whether it is through my understanding, I am not attached to some necessary reward from that effort. I was very clear on understanding what it was I was coming to do and what I am doing now. And it is important that you recognize that the significance of what you are is what you are. It cannot be found in anything outside of yourself, but through that which you know innately, what you know from your own understanding of what your meaningful purpose is, what it is you will do. For that is what your significance is anchored in, what you are doing as a being conscious of what you are doing. Interesting. Thank you, Manoj. Good question. Never heard of the book, by the way. I'm just scrolling here. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm just scrolling to see if there's any questions. Wow. This is great. So yeah, awareness, bringing your awareness to anything in your life without judgment, to become fully aware and allow the awareness, the energy that is the awareness that you bring forth to organize the conditions. A lot of people don't understand what that means until you experience it. But if you can, if any of you have done what they asked you to do a few moments ago, to literally bring awareness, if you got a headache, bring your awareness to that and be aware of it and allow your awareness to correct it spontaneously. If you got an ache in your leg, bring your awareness to the pain. They say the tendency for most humans is to judge and avoid. To judge and avoid is the tendency of most humans when they're faced with discomfort. And so it's important to understand that when you get a pain in your leg or your arm or your shoulder, your body's natural reaction is to want to get away from the discomfort. And so you you pull yourself away from it, which is pulling energy away from the place that needs the energy. right? Pain is a call for love. And being able to allow your awareness to be present with that. And parents do that with their children all the time, if you think about it. The child falls down and they hurt their knee, and the mother or the father runs over and says, oh, and pick the child up and comfort the child and give it awareness. They give the discomfort awareness. And the child, in 2 seconds later, is fine and running off. Awareness works like that. It's organically designed to establish equilibrium in time and space when it is just allowed to flow as it naturally does. Wow, pretty cool. It's really cool. Oh, you're welcome, Minaj. Question from Danielle. Any message for my spiritual growth? They're saying if you wish for your spiritual nature to expand more, then it would be beneficial for you to contract your thinking, to reduce your thinking mind, and to become aware of what is there when it shrinks. For if your thinking mind is not in the space of your awareness, then what is? You will understand the spiritual nature of what you are more clearly without the contraction of analysis or seeking to understand that which is only understood by your experience of it. But pull your attention away from that thinking mind and become aware of what is there. I like that. I like that. Contract your thinking. Your thinking mind contracts your spiritual awareness, as the awareness of your spiritual awareness contracts your thinking mind. Take your attention off your thoughts. Take your attention off your thoughts and keep doing that and watch what happens. Keep taking your attention off your thoughts. And when you take your attention off your thoughts, what is there? What is there when you take your attention off your thoughts and become aware of what the experience of what is there when thought is not there? Because there is an experience when thought is not present. And that experience is closer to what you are than your thoughts could ever reveal to you. There are many noble and very high thoughts, but there is no substitution in thought for the truth of what you know as what you are in the nature of your being. Wow, thank you so much. Great question, Danielle, thank you so much. Question from Miriam. Why am I being communicated to through numbers? Thank you. Metatron is saying to me now, he's saying, there is an order of events that you must understand. The numbers are not to be captured. Yes, the numbers are not meant to be capturing your attention. It is the awareness of the sequence of actions that are required in your life at any given moment that these numbers will reveal to you, that there is a need for a sequence of action. There's a need for a sequence of action. When you recognize those numbers, I am reminding you that there's a need for a sequence of actions at that moment and at other moments. This is for you. For others, it may be different, but for you, it is this. Thank you, brother. I love it. Hello, Lori. Question from I am. What types of sweeteners do you use to replace processed sugar? Wow, great question. I use honey as a substitute. Real, natural, unprocessed, unpasteurized honey is what I use as a sweetener. I don't use the organic sugars or crystal stuff like that. I use organic, unpasteurized honey is what I use as a sweetener. But I'll also use prunes sometimes, and sometimes we also use pitted dates. So if we want to make, for example, if we want to make our favorite world famous hot chocolate, we'll use dates, we'll use raw organic cacao, and raw organic cashews. And we'll put them in with distilled water in our Vitamix and make the most incredible, delicious hot chocolate that you get no icky feelings from. So yeah, dates, prunes, unpasteurized honey are the predominant things that we use in our household as a sweetener, right? And there are other things you can do. You can use apples as well to, like we dehydrate our own crackers, and we make our own crackers, we make our own pizza dough, things like that, out of natural things. And it's an amazing thing when you start to go more towards the raw end of things. It's pretty cool. Natural, healthy, vibrant living. Thank you for asking that question. Question from Lori. I have achieved a good amount of healing with fasting and vegetarianism. What are the embedded beliefs that I need to release for completion? I'm going to let them answer. They're saying if you bring your awareness without the pursuit of looking for these things that may be inhibiting you or preventing you, without that intention of seeking those out, because you can find those for many lifetimes, and many of you have done this. We find that quite funny, where you will seek to find out what is holding you back, what is interfering with you, and the very nature of your seeking this brings it into the conditions of your life, and you can do this for many lifetimes. But if you bring simply your awareness to this moment, to the clarity of your being awareness right now, the clarity of allowing your awareness to just be, and allowing that awareness to organize all of your life and those lives before, to remove what you would call karma, is to become unattached to that which you think you must be attached to. And only in this moment will you find freedom from those things of the past. You may think of it as a fish on a hook, and you are the one catching the fish, and you realize that the line is bobbing and you have caught a fish. Now there's something on the end of the fish. You can continue to reel the fish in which case you will have fish. But if you continue to fish, you will only get fish. If you release, put down that fishing pole and release, you will have nothing on the end of that line. Be in the moment. Be in this moment, without analysis, without weighing. This does not mean that you will not be restored to what it is you need to think or say or do. They will merely come from the proper place in your consciousness, rather than being a projection of what was before you. Cool. So I'm understanding that to mean that when we actually try to, what's going on inside there? I got these feelings. The minute we do that, the minute we try to sort these things that we actually, from, again, this is from what they were sharing with me yesterday and the day before about what awareness does, what awareness actually does. And from that perspective, in a position of awareness, according to them, organically organizes everything into a state of balance. It doesn't need to do anything. It does that, just what it does. Just like your body, when you eat an apple, it just does what it knows how to do with the apple. You don't have to concern yourself with that. So you bring awareness to this present moment. Allow the awareness as an energy to organize your mind. Just be aware of the awareness and stay in that. And when thoughts, they say, okay, when thoughts come up, do not put your hook in the water. Do not try to catch the fish, because many of you will spend many lifetimes fishing in your mind for the same things over and over again. And when you can release that process, when you can liberate yourself from that fishing, you can save yourself a great amount of time and restore yourself to what you came here to do. Lots of work. Uh, so one person saying, results of the healing awareness, I felt a wonderful relief, just not judging a condition I've been having. Also used a tiny but painful cut on my cuticle. I kissed it like I would have, yeah, my son when he was little. Wonderful. So the quality of your awareness is, again, if it's non-judgmental awareness, and this Buddha talked about this quite frequently. The middle path is about being. It's not about being in the future, it's just about being here and now, in the present moment. He called it the middle path, right? And what these beings are saying is awareness, the application of awareness is strictly for the purpose of establishing correction and equilibrium to what you are being and what you are needing to be at this time. Restore it to your body, restore it to your mind. Yes. You're welcome. Thank you for that. I'm glad you like that, Patricia. I'm just scrolling down to the question from Susan B. Will my daughter get better? I'm getting a very strong yes. They're saying you can aid this process. You can aid your process by having no judgment about better her fears. Okay, they're saying have no fear or concern, but be present with her in your love. Be present with her in your love. Have no fear or concern. Let her learn from you through the vibration of your love, not your fear. Let her learn through the vibration of your love so that she can feel the non-judgment that love has and how it will restore spontaneously. That'd be interesting. Well, we all wish that for her too. And again, I got a very strong yes for that. But the whole idea today, the healing property, the healing power of awareness, like awareness is what we have access to. You know, you are, in essence, you are awareness. You're aware of your body. It's not who you are. You're aware of your thoughts. They aren't who you are. And as this awareness that you are, which is beyond body and mind, but within it simultaneously, when you allow awareness to flow through your body and into your world without judgment, it organizes conditions in your life from that energy, right? And the only way you're going to know is to experience it. So please, when you're with your daughter, or even anytime you think about her, move into an awareness of love for her. And just allow that awareness to go to her. Be aware of her, even if she's suffering. Do not judge her suffering. Do not wish it away, because you can't. You can't wish it away, but your awareness, if you allow it to be present with that, will transform it. Awareness transforms lower vibrational energies into a state of balance and equilibrium. Please let us know. Yes. Yeah, please, Susan, keep us posted on that. And again, you can direct message me if you want. If you want deeper insight on that, please feel free to direct message me after today's event. Question from Skyar: are we shifting timelines? I felt a rapid shift over the weekend. That is all we are shifting is timelines now, and we are generating new timelines. There's a huge transformative process happening on your planet right now. It is pretty significant, and you can see the effects of it in matter. Yes, and you can actually see these things happening. The magnetic poles, as you see the dominant emotional tone of humanity is organizing the conditions that we're experiencing time and space, right? The dominant emotions of humanity. Doesn't matter if you're a dictator of a country and you're controlling everybody. It doesn't matter how much control you have over other people. It's what their dominant emotion is about their experience of life that's affecting it. You can't control that. You can't control what a person's going to feel inside about what you think, feel, say, or do. They have choice over that. So it's important to understand that if a person is being treated negatively or detrimentally, they're going to go into an emotional energy that represents that state. And we have that going on with all these animals that people are eating right now, these slaughterhouses and the place where they kill animals for consumption. Those animals go through an intense emotional energy that we call fear. And that energy adds to the experience of the collective experience of consciousness on this planet. So too does the collective emotional energy of all humans contribute to the experience we're seeing in time space, the movement of the poles, the magnetic movement of the poles, the way the sun behaves. These are all interrelated effects between ourselves and it. And the more people keep ignoring what impact what we are feeling as an emotional energy has on time space, well, things will just appear to happen to us. But no, humanity is collectively in a very lopsided energy of fear right now, and it needs to shift back to balance, back to equilibrium, back to a state of vibratory balance, which is love, right? To balance it out. Our fear causes a different type of organization in energy and time space than love does. Love organizes matter one way, fear organizes matter another way. Another way to put that is fear causes certain behaviors, love causes certain behaviors in individuals. But we can't escape the reality that every single human being on this planet is contributing to life. You cannot ignore that. I don't care if that's the person lying on the street, sitting in a cardboard box. What they're thinking and emoting energetically is contributing to the collective experience, as is true for all human beings. And we need to get to this place of awareness collectively that will restore balance and equilibrium to the experience of being in this physical dimension. In other words, we go through, what do they call it? I'm not sure what they call it in the Eastern. What do you call it? The creator, the builder, and the destroyer. I think it's Shakti, Shiva, and one other. I don't study stuff like that, but I know of the principles. The creator, the builder, and the destroyer, right? Love is one facet of that. Fear is another facet of that. And then there's the other one that's the neutral, right? But each one contributes its own. And we're in a state right now where there is a destroyer process going on because of the nature of the emotional qualities that we're collectively putting into time and space that each of us is collectively contributing. Whether it's a child that's crying because it's not being fed, or whether it's an adult who's upset with somebody, or whether it's a yogi up in the mountains in absolute bliss. And every single being in this physical time-space experience is contributing to the dynamic changes that are happening in physical reality. There's no escaping that. That's just the truth. And how do you get 7 billion people to intentionally, willfully agree to go into a state of love, which is what we started the 1 Billion Strong group for under the guidance of my guardian angel John, to get 1 billion people that were deliberately aligning themselves to a frequency of love, and to do that a couple times every day for at least 30 seconds, to be deliberately in a state of love, to allow that energy to begin to organize the conditions of time-space as we understand them to be, right? Because most people don't get that emotion is energy in motion, and it creates changes in time-space. Got to be awake of that. Yes, I know. I'll get back on that. Okay. But the fundamental reason for today was to understand that we have the ability at any point of time and space to change conditions in our body instantly. The awareness within us will heal. Oh, thank you for that dancing. I think it's a dancing pear. Thank you for that $5 donation, Lori. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Question from Lauren. May I have a message for today? It's funny. I don't know why, but I'm getting jazz music. Jazz music. Why jazz music? Something about being more reposed is what I get. They're saying jazz music. Listen to jazz music. Who are you? They're saying I'm her guardian angel, and she needs to repose herself, take her attention away from a bunch of things. Listen to jazz music. Tell her to listen to jazz music. It will take her into a different energy. Okay, thank you. Wonderful, Lauren. Thank you for that question. Your guardian angels are a male being, but very feminine too. They got a real feminine energy to them. Not like girly energy, but feminine. There's a difference between feminine energy and girly energy. All right. Question from Twilight. Is my best friend Rhonda being called home? Should they take her off the respirator? mm. I get my immediate reaction was in my heart center, which closed, which from my perspective, when my heart closes, when a question like that's asked, it usually means no. When I went a little further and said, is that all there is? What I got was, she is in a process of deciding the value of her life as she remembers it to be versus as it is. She may decide to return, but it will only be from the perspective of understanding this higher perspective if the vehicle is able to receive that. Oh, they're saying to me too that if you wish, you may communicate to her soul directly. You may communicate to her soul directly to assist her in being aware that she has the ability to bring this higher perception into the physical reality of that body if she chooses. You can actually communicate to her soul that information. So you can actually, if you know, can turn your attention to it right now, just communicate. Use the body as a reference point, but then connect to the energy around the body, the soul, not the personality Rhonda, the awareness that's still around the body. And think to it, because the soul can't understand words when it's not in the body. It can understand thoughts, because thoughts are on a non-physical level that the soul can comprehend when it's disembodied. So think to the awareness of the one you call Rhonda, that she may freely choose to bring that higher truth into her physical life, and she may freely choose to leave. But she's not leaving because she's not clear that she can make that choice. So offer that up for her. We just did. Thank you. They're saying that they just communicated that to her as well. So you may also do the same thing. Please let us know what the result is. Question from Susan. How do I direct message you, William? You can use my you can go on my on Facebook, and you can use Messenger on Facebook, and I'll get your message that way. I understand. Well, if you're avoiding social media, then go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and there's a link there that you can connect to me. You can send me a message through my website as well. Wonderful. You're welcome, Lauren. How are we doing here, guys? Wonderful. Thank you for that donation, Skyheart. I really appreciate that. Wonderful. Thank you so much. A question from I Am. Any message for me today from Master Jesus? I ask for his presence daily to assist in strengthening my connection with True Source. He's saying, tell her to stop trying. So what does that mean? He says to stop trying and allow. Stop trying. If you are trying to allow, then you cannot allow. Stop trying. Release the trying. Release the effort. You already are in alignment as you are. You do not have to try. Still your thoughts. Still your effort to grasp or acquire that which you seek with me. For it is already established that this is true. In your silence, I can be with you always, and am. It would be beneficial, even now. You could probably feel me standing behind you to the left, with a hand on the back of your neck. Take your attention from your thoughts and from your efforts, and feel our presence together. Feel our presence together. Cool. Thank you for that. God, his energy is so hot. I love it. Question from Skyheart. Any message for me today? Thank you. I think we got one for you a little earlier, Skyheart. Wonderful. Wonderful. So I hope you guys have understood what we've been given, this gift we've been given about awareness. Bringing awareness is a healing principle. It's a healing energy that restores natural equilibrium to everything. It naturally does that all of the time. And for those of you that applied the process to any aches or pains you might have had in your body, and you just allowed your awareness to be there without judgment, just stay aware of it, no matter how your brain tries to tell you it's uncomfortable, it hurts, I want to get rid of it. Don't do that. Don't allow judgment. Just allow the awareness to be there. Allow the awareness to offer the correction up spontaneously and naturally, which it does if it is allowed, because it can only do what you allow it. I can allow the awareness to open my hand. Open. Woo, look at that. The awareness did it for me. Or I can allow the awareness to close my hand, and it closes it. I can say, I want my hand to open, but if I don't allow the awareness to do it, it won't do it. So remember that. Allow the awareness to do it. Allow it. So when you're feeling that ache or that pain in your body, bring your awareness to the ache and pain. And just be aware. Do not judge about the intensity of the pain or how big an area it covers in your body. Allow the awareness to organize it for you. Allow the awareness to organize the matter for you. You don't know how to do that. You don't know how to build an eyeball or finger or a liver. The awareness knows everything about this. Important to understand. You're welcome, everybody. Yes. It's wonderful, Louise. Thank you, I am. So, guys, thank you for joining in today. Remember to like this video. Give this video a thumbs up. It gets registered higher on YouTube and gets more people coming to the channel so more people can experience this information. Please remember to share this video out as well. Share it with other people when you have a chance. And if you have any questions or concerns or comments about today's video, please leave it in the comment section after the video has been edited and reposted up on the group wall. And I will see you tomorrow on Supernatural Saturday for the meditation of this week, which is going to be about, of course, using awareness to heal, to utilize the natural properties of awareness to correct and heal our bodies. Also, the following weekend, there'll be an event that I'll get into greater detail about tomorrow as well. So have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow, Supernatural Saturday. Much love, everybody. Bye for now.